I've been receiving like these questions. A lot of people have been asking me these questions. So today we are just going to fix it, you know. Uh-huh. Okay. Happy weekend. How is everyone doing? Subscribe to my channel, okay? It's going to do you a lot of good because when you subscribe to my channel, you don't get to stress yourself with a lot of information, some things regarding you coming to Lithuania. So it's going to be beneficial to you. Subscribe, share with your friends, share with your enemies. Be good. Today, guys, why Lithuania? We've said a lot of things about Lithuania, so why should you come to Lithuania? There are about 27 Schengen other countries, so why should you come to Lithuania? What are those things that really stands out that makes us want to encourage you to come to Lithuania? How is the people? How is the environment? How is their educational system? What is going on here? So, first and foremost, Lithuania have an, let's say, internationally recognized educational system. Okay, Lithuania is a home to 24 colleges and 22 or more than 23 thereabout universities, which is to say that any certification you get from Lithuania is internationally recognized. Okay, it doesn't mean that even if you go to colleges, this is the mistake that some of you make, because when we tell you you're coming to college in Lithuania, you feel like, oh, college is like, let's say, high school. No, the school I graduated from, Vitatis Magnus University, is even known as academia. So it doesn't really mean that those certifications are not internationally recognized. So don't get carried away when you hear colleges. So this is one of the reasons why you should come here to study in Lithuania. Another thing is getting a resident permit as a student when you arrive in Lithuania is pretty easy and very fast. Once you arrive, your university assists you within, like, let's say like 2 months or thereabout. They get to assist you for you to get like your resident permit. So it's super easy for a student to get a resident permit. Okay. Now another thing why you should come to Lithuania is because it's relatively affordable. You can afford a whole lot of things in terms of the accommodation. When I came, I was paying 93 euros, but after graduation, the rent increased. Okay, that is normal. You can actually survive, let's say, with 100 euros, 50 euros. It depends. If you're not a foodie, if you're not the one that want to buy everything, eat everything, survival is not difficult because it's pretty affordable. Okay, so that's another reason why you should be here. Going further, Lithuania is a great port to rest of the European countries, to rest of the Schengen countries, which is to say, once you dive in or you arrive in Lithuania, you have access to other 26 Schengen countries, which you can go without visa. All you just need is the Lithuanian resident card, and there you go. You look for a very cheap flight or bus, because that is what I do. I go for the cheaper buses, okay? And you find yourself in either Poland, Estonia, Norway, Luxembourg, Sweden, any of those countries, Scandinavian countries, Eastern European countries. Now it depends anywhere you want to go. So it's a great port to other European countries. And another Lithuania is the quality of life here is pretty high. Like I was talking to my Lithuanian friends, I told them Lithuania have, I crack these jokes with them a lot. I'm like, Lithuania have more trees than houses. Okay, and when I say that, they just laugh. They're like, yeah, Faith, you're right. Anyway, because I've been to Georgia, I've stayed in Georgia for like a couple of years. Georgia have a lot of houses. Not that they don't have trees, don't get me wrong, okay? Georgians, they have trees as well, but here, like in my dorm, you could literally see, like, there are no like taller buildings around where I'm standing. It's like scanty. But in Georgia, it's not like that. You see like very, very like tall buildings everywhere. You could literally see other people in other buildings because it's like very tall. But yeah, literally get to like see like the small houses, like flats, and you see a lot of trees, which is to say that the quality of life here is literally high because you are communicating with nature. You get to see birds fly around. You get to like feel this mother nature. You understand? So the quality of life here is pretty high, and I haven't really seen anything that has to do much with environmental pollution in this country. That's another reason why Lithuania, if you get to ask me. And going further, all universities in Lithuania is accredited, like I was trying to explain from the onset, which is to say, it doesn't matter if the university is called academia, it doesn't matter if it's called colleges, it doesn't matter whatever it's called, as long as you get admission into any university in Lithuania, you are sure to graduate with a certification that you can be able to use in any part of the world, because they are all internationally recognized. Okay, so that is not a problem. So going further, guys, the reason why Lithuania, okay, cultures and food are extraordinary. Even if I have not really incorporated myself into the cultural system of Lithuania, because the people are quite different. The way they think, the way they say things. Lithuanians, I would say, they are conserved people compared to where I'm coming from, guys. I'm in Nigerians, and Nigerians were like very loud, you know, like we are noisy, we make a lot of noise. And Lithuanians are just these calm people. They take their life easy and they get things done. Why, where I'm coming from, they're like, no. So in other words, if I'm to describe their culture or their people or the country itself, I would say is a kind of, let me use the word, feminized society, which is to say that things here are just taken like in a feminine way, easy, simple, conserved people. Why, you know, you coming from, let me use the word, a masculine society where everything is like, oh yeah, struggling. No, these people don't show themselves pretty much in their country. They just do their things, you know, and they get it done. So the cultures and the people, they are extraordinary. Talking about the food, I haven't really eaten much of their food, but there's one of these soup I love somewhere. They call it the pink soup. You're going to see it on the screen, guys. You're going to see it. It's like beetroot. I don't know how it's done, but I was speaking to my colleague and he was like, Faith, you know, I can really make this soup for you. It's super easy. I think it's something that everyone should be able to do in Lithuania. And there was something else I ate as well that was like pie. It had like beef inside. I can't really remember their names, but I will look for it. I will just post it out. Like, I'm going to share it on the screenshot in case you're coming to Lithuania to study and you want to try out this stuff. Give it a shot, guys. I tried it. I'm still here to try some of their food. So going further, another reason why Lithuania is because of recent, their government has actually opened, let me say, room for a whole lot of things. One of it is startups, which I talked about in my previous video. This country now is open for startups and entrepreneurs, which is to say, if you're someone into business, you want to buy a business or you want to start up a business in Lithuania, you can buy shares as well from an existing company, and also you can start up your own business. You can also you can also be an entrepreneur here, but you have to do something that is beneficial within the European continent. Okay, so something that you can be able like to a kind of exchange of goods and services. Do you understand? Yes. So going further, Lithuania is they offer quality education. Okay, when you come here, you get to enjoy your student life. It's not like a do or die affair kind of student life where the highest grade is 10. So if you're like getting 9 over 10, 8 over 10, of course you're good to go. You can even apply for scholarship. And they give you like this flexibility in their teaching, because they have, like I've said it before, competent professors and who are willing and able to like guide you through in case you're having any kind of difficulties while you're studying. So they are accessible because you can literally talk to your supervisors or the international corporation in your school or the English department. Okay, and another thing apart from them offering quality education is getting incorporated into the Lithuanian education. Like when you come with the locals, is a bit difficult because I had that challenge when I came as well. Since they are conserved people, getting to relate to them can be a bit challenging, but you just have to like find your way around, because you're a student, you're in the school, you're in the class, you need to communicate. You're not an island, you can't just be alone. For example, if your course is like 10, let me say, not really 10, let me say 3 years or 4 years, you need people to communicate with, you need to make new friends. And I've already said that the living expenses is lower compared to other European countries. Also, When it comes to internet, Lithuania have like fastest and cheapest internet connections. They have the one they call the VVT, which is inside the Lithuanian buses. But that internet doesn't work in the trolley buses. Okay, to whatever it is, the trolley buses. That internet doesn't work there because it's like those old Soviet buses. I think that bus is mainly for elderly people because it takes its time, it's very slow. When you're going to work and you're late, trust me, that is not a good choice. When you're late to work, don't use the trolley buses. It's going to mess up your day because in between your journey, even on the road, sometimes it just goes off. They have to fix the stuff. Like, I've experienced it like almost 5 times, and I literally got to the office very late, and my manager's like, Faith, you are damn late. I have to start explaining that the bus, the electric stuff disconnected and all that. So the internet is mainly on the other buses, the ones that are the non-electrical buses. Okay, so those ones are faster, it takes you to anywhere you're going, so you get connected to the. And apart from that, you can also subscribe in a month for like 13 euros, 11 euros, depending the kind of SIM you're using or the kind of services you're using. You can also have like weekly subscription for 4 euros, 5 euros. So it depends. So they have like cheapest and fastest internet connection in Lithuania. And also another reason why Lithuania is that working opportunities during studies are there. You can literally get to work in McDonald's. You can literally get to work in clothing shops, boat, wood, other places, food delivery, cleaning jobs. But the thing is, due to the COVID issue now, things are a bit slow, guys. But don't get me wrong, there are still those opportunities there, but just that managers and the working for that like a bit picky because not everybody's working. Most people are working from home, so things are a bit slow. But these are other opportunities you have as well while studying. And don't forget, you can only work for 20 hours because you are just a bachelor student. But for the masters, you can work like 40 hours. For PhD student, also 40 hours. Okay, and another thing why Lithuania is they have like more than 350 English study programs, which is to say, despite the fact that the country is not an English speaking country, you still have universities where you're being taught in English. This is the good thing about it because like in Georgia where I was before, they did on real estate, but in Lithuania education is like their thing. Okay, so each country have what like the kind of business that they are like good at. So education is like, you know, for them, it's the market for them. They offer you good quality education, you pay for the services. So you get to learn in English. Okay, there are still some courses or some universities where they just teach in Lithuania, but when you go to those websites, they literally state it there that this is the course for English, Russia, Belarusian. It depends on the language. And also why Lithuania is because they have a very great learning environment. It's a conducive place for you to learn if you really want to learn, for you to study. Which is to say that when you're in Lithuania, it's either you're studying or you're working. You cannot just stay here in this country illegal. They're gonna kick you out. They are kicking your ass out. Do you understand? So that is a great learning environment. The country, they have conducive learning environment with competent professors. I've said that over and over again. And another thing why Lithuania is they have mobility opportunities, which is to say you can just move around, literally. You can just move around, go to other cities, check what is happening. I've been to 2 cities, I've been to Trakai, I can't really remember where I went to again. No, yes, I've been to Trakai, I've been to Palanga, I've been to Klaipėda, I've been to Kaunas, so I've been to like 4 cities, okay? Mobility. Apart from that, I've also like traveled to other countries. I've been to Austria, I've been to Germany, I've been to Poland. You know, we keep moving. So the mobility opportunities are there, which is to say, if you have like, that will be in the next video, guys. Okay. And another thing is scholarship opportunities is there. So while Lithuania have the scholarship opportunities, like I said in my previous video, I had like 3 scholarships. Hard work pays. When you come here, you study, they pay you back. You can get your full school fees if you study very hard. Okay, school just calls you and give you back your. If you pay like for example 3,000 euros, they are giving you 100% scholarship. If you have like good excellent performance, it's going to be in your record and they are giving you money. That is it. So when you're here, make sure you study. And also another reason is networking. When you're in Lithuania, you get to meet like other matured students. Even if they're not matured, you meet your age. Immature, matured, elderly, whatever, is networking. You get to meet people from all over the world. Okay, people from Pakistan, Iran, it doesn't matter where they're coming from. As long as they've given them visa, they're in the country, you get to meet them in the student dorm. People from Armenia, other Schengen countries, Poland, Austria, Estonia, Romania, you meet people. So it's also about networking. And at the same time, while Lithuania also interdisciplinary, which is to say you get to like have like multiple kind of studies. You can learn something now, you can also learn something different, which is to say that there could be like, how do I say it? There could be like a connection that has to do with different disciplines. Which is to say, you can be studying marketing and you might have opportunity for IT. You can be doing IT and you might have like opportunity to work with Red Cross. So interdiscipline, different fields. Also, another reason is flexible timetable. When I was in school, there were some of my colleagues, while they were running the master's program, they were still working. So, which is to say, they can study and they can work at the same time. And I just want to say this before I wrap up in this video. The Lithuanian Ministry of Education, the Lithuanian Ministry of Education and Sciences is offering, let's say, about like 70 partly and fully, how do I explain, funded postgraduate scholarships. Okay, and also, but mostly, people get to ask me like which country. Sadly enough, it's not related. I haven't seen people from third world countries because when I came, I couldn't get like directly from where I was coming from to get a scholarship in my university. But somebody got a scholarship in BDU and he was a Nigerian. So I don't know what really happened, but I'm really going to find out. But you see countries like, let's say, China, Korea, Moldova, Japan, Georgia, Belarusians, Ukrainians, all those people are actually eligible to apply, okay, for this scholarship. Like they can come directly. So I'm going to do more research in regards to how people from Africa, if there is any opportunity like that. But I know that we also qualify for other scholarship like Erasmus scholarship, academic excellence scholarship, and also which other scholarship again? I can't remember. I will check. So we are qualified for those ones. We can actually get those ones. End of this video for now. So in case this is the first time of coming across any of my video, take your time to subscribe because I am coming to you with a lot of information that is required. But with time, I'm going to be doing other videos. I'm going to let Lithuania rest because I've done a lot of videos about Lithuania. If you've been following me now, you should be able to know where Lithuania is, how the people are, what kind of food they eat, where they're situated, what is happening in the country. Stay tuned, I'll be coming your way. Don't forget to subscribe. Also give me a thumbs up and like my video. Thank you. And God bless you.